You're listening to The Tom Daniel Show, and I'm your host, Tom Daniel. Well, Valentine's Day's here again, which means grocery stores are selling strawberries dipped in chocolate, restaurants are serving meals that cost 3 times what they're worth, and radio stations are doing what they always do this time of year, playing love songs that absolutely cannot be trusted. Now, today's episode is not anti-love. Trust me, I'm all in favor of love, because all you need is love and a decent Wi-Fi connection. No, today's episode is anti-illusion, because a remarkable number of songs that we treat as romantic classics are not about healthy love at all. They're about obsession, longing, emotional imbalance, surveillance, grief, and abandonment. No, these songs didn't lie to us on purpose, but we definitely lied to ourselves. So today I'm going to talk about love songs that lied to you. I'm not trying to ruin Valentine's Day for you, but to rescue it from misunderstanding. And since I can't play any actual music in the episode due to those pesky little publishing and copyright restrictions, well, don't worry, because you already know these songs. You know every note inside your head already. So let's get started. First, why do we keep getting love songs wrong? I mean, let's establish something right up front here. A love song does not automatically describe love. Sometimes it describes desire, or memory, or fixation, or loss. And those things overlap with love, but they're not the same thing. Popular culture trained us to hear longing as romance, persistence as devotion, suffering as depth. Radio didn't ask whether the relationship was healthy or not. Radio asked whether it was just memorable. So when Valentine's Day rolls around, we don't get a playlist about mutual respect and emotional stability. We get intensity. And intensity is not love. It's just a lot louder. Now, our first song is the creepiest love song ever marketed. It's one of the most misunderstood songs in modern history. Every Breath You Take by The Police. It was written by Sting and released in 1983, and it won the Grammy for Best Song of the Year. Now, this song has been played at weddings, at proms, at anniversaries, which is really remarkable considering it is sung from the point of view of a man who is monitoring someone's movements like a private investigator. Don't listen to the melody of this song, listen to the premise. The lyrics describe watching, tracking, menacing, observing every action. This is not romance, y'all. This is surveillance. And yet it sounds tender. Oh, that's the trick. The song doesn't say, "I love you" at all. It says, "I'm watching you." Those are not adjacent concepts. Now, if someone said those words to you in real life, you'd probably call somebody, possibly the police. Little joke there. But set those words to a soft bass line, and suddenly it's a slow dance. Sting wrote the song in about 30 minutes while he was going through a divorce. The words came first, all at once, and then the music came to him as one of those most calm, orderly, reassuring grooves of the 80s, which is the real twist. Nothing in the music suggests panic, while everything in the lyrics does. That's the first lie Valentine's Day teaches us. If it's gentle enough, well, it must be love. No, sometimes it's just stalking. And now the next song is A Longing That Never Ends. Let's talk about Unchained Melody. Composed by Alex North and Hy Zarrett, it was released by the Righteous Brothers in 1965, although 3 other versions charted in the top 10 in 1955. Now, this song is frequently described as one of the most romantic songs ever written. Weirdly enough, it was composed specifically for a prison movie titled Unchained. Now, before your mind gets in the gutter to put together prison and love song, the song is about a person who misses his wife and just cannot move on, which is why it was so perfect for the 1990 film Ghost. The lyrics are drenched in absence. Time stretches endlessly. Touch is imagined, not shared. This is not a song about a relationship. It's a song about waiting. And waiting can be beautiful. But it can also be a little unhealthy when it replaces living. The song doesn't celebrate reunion. It dwells in yearning, which is why it works so well emotionally. Longing has a longer shelf life than happiness. Love songs about fulfillment don't echo. Love songs about ache definitely do. And if you ever compare the version by the Righteous Brothers to any of the previous ones, you'll notice that the Righteous Brothers changed the melody of Unchained Melody in the last verse. I'll just pause and let that irony sink in for a minute. Bobby Hatfield sings so magnificently behind the beat, and then he jumps up an octave at the end to the high register, and that's the version that's stuck in our heads as the correct one. Next up, a breakup letter in disguise. Okay, now let's dismantle one of the heavyweights here. The brilliant song written and recorded by Dolly Parton as well as Whitney Houston is I Will Always Love You. This song is commonly used at weddings, which is astonishing because it's a breakup song. It's a song about leaving. The singer is not promising eternal presence. The singer's promising graceful departure. The central emotion of this song is respect, not possession. And Dolly Parton wrote this song as a melodic Dear John letter to Porter Wagner because she had decided to leave his show. But, as Dear John letters go, at least it was a polite one. It's one of the healthiest songs on this list and also one of the most misused. The words do not say, I will stay. No, they say, I will go, kindly. That's not heartbreak. That's maturity. But because the melody swells and the emotion is sincere, people hear it as a romantic devotion instead of emotional honesty. The song didn't lie to us. We just didn't listen. And you're listening to The Tom Daniels Show. We'll be right back.
What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show. What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show. What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show.
Welcome back to the Tom Daniels Show, and if I keep listening to love songs by Mary Mac, good grief, I'm not responsible for what I might do. Mary Mac is the world's most perfect band. Now, we've been talking about love songs that lied to you, and next, we got a song where love is viewed as self-reproach. This is When a Man Loves a Woman, written by Calvin Lewis and Andrew Wright. It was first recorded in 1966 by Percy Sledge at Fame Studios and then later Norala Studios, both in the Muscle Shoals area. This is a song that's been sold for decades as one of the purest declarations of romantic devotion ever recorded. It is not. What it actually is, and always has been, is a song about how foolish love can make a man feel, written about a man who had just been dumped and was taking inventory of his own behavior. Lewis and Wright composed this song about Percy Sledge after they watched him unravel and come apart after a hard breakup. It wasn't written as a vow, it was written as a reckoning. Listen to what the lyrics actually say without the angel's halo that we've placed over them. The narrator in the song admits he can't think straight. He admits he's going to turn his back on his friends. He admits he'll sacrifice judgment, pride, and self-respect. He admits he will empty his pockets and his dignity, not because it's noble, but because he's powerless to stop himself. There's no triumph here. There's no romance in the traditional sense. This is a man looking in the mirror and saying, "Y'all just look at what love has done to me." And the most telling line in the entire song isn't about devotion at all. It's the one where he admits that if she does him wrong, he'll still believe she can do no wrong. Now that's not trust, that's self-deception right there. The song isn't celebrating surrender, it's documenting it. And here's where the lie comes in. Over time, we rebranded this song as heroic vulnerability. We told ourselves it was about strength, sensitivity, and emotional courage. We turned a moment of bitter self-awareness into some sort of masculine ideal. But the song never claims that this behavior's good. It only claims that it happens. It doesn't say, "This is how love should be." It says, "This is how love can totally break you down." And Valentine's Day embraced it because nothing flatters us quite like a song that turns our worst instinct into proof that we loved deeply. When a man loves a woman doesn't lie about love, it tells a very uncomfortable truth about it. And we've spent 60 years pretending that that was a compliment. Next, how about a song that is guilt dressed up as romance? Let's add one more song to the Valentine's Day pile, and this one is almost always misunderstood, and that's Careless Whisper, written by George Michael and released by Wham in 1984. This song is widely treated as a slow dance classic. I mean, it's got soft saxophone, dim lights, eyes closed, which is impressive because it's not a love song at all. This song is a confession. The narrator's not celebrating intimacy. He's haunted by his own betrayal. The relationship is already broken, and he knows exactly why. There's no ambiguity in this song, no mystery, no tragic misunderstanding. This guy cheated, and now he can't dance with her without feeling exposed because, guilty feet have got no rhythm, remember? That saxophone line everyone finds so romantic? That's not seduction. That's his confession. George Michael wrote the song when he was 17. At least 3 saxophonists were brought in during the recording process. George Michael and producer Jerry Wexler kept rejecting performances because none of them captured the tone Michael had in his head. Not just the notes, but the emotional weight. The lyrics expressed what he knew. The sax expressed what he felt. The saxophone was his conscience. How many takes? Well, the final saxophonist recorded multiple takes, commonly reported as around 11 takes, before George Michael finally approved one. Michael was famously exacting, even at that age. He wasn't looking for technical perfection. He was listening for hesitation, breath, and restraint. If it was too smooth, it felt wrong. It was too jazzy, it felt wrong. Too confident, it felt wrong. So who finally got it right? The saxophonist whose take made the record was a guy named Steve Gregory, who also recorded back then with Tears for Fears, Spandau Ballet, and Blondie. But in Careless Whisper, nothing in this song promises repair. Nothing suggests reconciliation. It's not about winning someone back. It's about the moment when you realize you have permanently screwed the pooch. And there's no music loud enough to drown that out. Which makes it emotionally powerful, not just romantic. And yet every February, this song shows up on Valentine's playlist like it brought flowers. Well, it didn't. It brought baggage. But this song reveals one of Valentine's Day's favorite tricks. We confuse emotional intensity with emotional health. Careless Whisper hurts. Because it hurts sincerely, we treat that as love. But pain alone does not equal devotion. Guilt alone does not equal depth. And a slow tempo does not equal trust. The song doesn't lie. It tells the truth very clearly. We just keep asking the song to be something else. And for our last song, we've got romance as a way to kill time. This is Marry You, written by Bruno Mars and released in 2010. This is a song that has somehow become a popular wedding first dance request, which is impressive because the song is very clearly not about wanting to get married. The song's about being bored. The opening premise isn't romance, it's restlessness. It's a beautiful night, we're looking for something dumb to do. Well, that's not a vow, that's just shrugging. The narrator isn't overcome with love, he's just killing time. The marriage proposal isn't solemn or really even considered. It's just impulsive, unserious, and framed as a potential mistake before it even happens. He explicitly lowers the stakes. No talk of commitment, no reverence, no sense of permanence. He even builds an exit strategy. The song repeatedly reassures us that if this goes sideways, it can simply be blamed on alcohol and undone in the morning. That's not romance, that's plausible deniability. This is a song about treating marriage like a dare. And yet, culture heard the chorus and decided this was a celebration of love. Well, that's the lie. Despite its later cultural life as a wedding song, Marry You was never released as a single in the United States, but it became popular organically, largely through reality TV shows, flash mobs, viral proposal videos, and wedding playlists. In other words, its association with marriage was not engineered by the label. It was imposed by listeners who responded to the sound and ignored the whole setup. That's the irony. The song never pretends to be about devotion. It never claims depth. It never promises seriousness. It's a playful little song. It's skippy and deliberately unserious. And that's exactly why it works on pop radio. But somewhere along the way, we promoted it from impulse fantasy to ceremonial soundtrack. And that's a category error of the highest order. This song is not saying, I choose you. It's saying, I'm bored. Let's do something dumb. Which is perfectly fine reason to write a pop song. It's just a strange foundation for a marriage. Marry You didn't lie about what it was. We lied to ourselves about what it meant because it sounded happy and just enough to borrow for the occasion. And that, once again, is how a love song sneaks past us wearing the wrong outfit. Now, why do we prefer these songs? Why do these songs survive Valentine's Day? Well, because real love is not musical sometimes. Sometimes real love involves compromise, routine, patience, mutual adjustment, silence without fear, and none of that charts very well in the Hot 100. Popular music favors emotional extremes because they're easy to recognize quickly. You can feel obsession instantly. You can feel longing instantly, and you can feel heartbreak instantly. But trust and love takes time, and time doesn't fit into a 3-minute single. This is what real love songs sound like. The healthiest ones are usually understated, specific, grounded, sometimes even boring on first listen. They don't promise eternity. They describe presence. And that's why they rarely become Valentine's Day anthems, because they don't sell fantasy. They describe reality. So today's episode is not that love songs are bad. It's that we should listen to them honestly. Valentine's Day doesn't need fewer love songs. It just needs better listening. And because love isn't intensity sustained forever, it's attention sustained kindly. And if a song makes you feel something powerful, well, that's fine. Just don't confuse power with truth. This has been the Tom Daniels Show. Keep listening. Keep learning.
Keep listening. Tom Daniels Show. Take a break from your usual routine and tune into the Tom Daniels Show. You'll discover the world of melodies and stories that you might not know. Keep listening, keep learning. The Tom Daniels Show. Keep listening, keep learning. The Tom Daniels Show. What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show. What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show. What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show.